Hi friends, we will now read a poem about how important our language is, how you speak to others, how important it is. So this particular poem says that our tongue determines our fortunes, our tongue determines our friends, our tongue determines our bondage, the tongue determines the death. So that is what it means. I will read the shloka, then I will explain. Then we will finally close it repeating the shloka. Jihvagre vartate lakshmihi Jihvagre mitra bandhavaha Jihvagre bandhana praptihi Jihvagre maranam dhruvam. So the first line says, Jihvagre vartate Lakshmihi. Lakshmihi is what? Lakshmihi is the goddess Lakshmi, you can say. Or generally, in a figurative way, you can say wealth or prosperity. Prosperity lies at the tip of the tongue. How? Because the tongue is the only instrument with which this is the interface, which is our interface with the external world. Now, of course, we have got various other interfaces like Facebook, etc., internet, Facebook, etc. In spite of all that, the tongue continues to be the most important interface with the world, because when you come out and when you speak to others, everywhere in the society, you have to speak to people only. So this tongue is a basic interface, that is the basic tool with which you communicate your ideas, you interact with the other people. So Jihvagre vartate Lakshmihi, that is, if you are a good speaker, you succeed in anything. You can even become the President of America. You can be a very good speaker, a very great speaker, and then you can be a great leader of a country. So that is what we have seen recently, because we hear about how Hitler was able to inspire people, how people, some other great leaders like Abraham Lincoln and various other people, they used to move the masses, they used to move the lakhs and lakhs of people. And then people like Gandhi, who used to inspire, who could inspire so many people, or somebody like Vivekananda, who inspired hundreds and thousands of people. So these are all people. Anybody in history, if you see any great man in history, he is a great speaker. So that speaking, that quality of speaking, ability to speak, is something which is very, very great, which gives him great power over people. And you also come across books like Speeches of Great Men, or great speeches in history. So if you see, you get such books also about how the great leaders, they know the pulse of the people, they immediately connect to the people. They know the pulse of the people, they know their ambitions, they know their frustrations, and they present a great dream before them. I am going to do this, I am going to do that, or we will all work together and then we will achieve this particular thing. Mao, for that matter, he was a great leader. You may be a good man or a bad man. You may be leading them on the right path or on the wrong path. Mao led all those people on the path of revolution. So people took guns and killed hundreds and thousands of people. He is another type of leader. So for any type of leadership, you need this tongue. Rama is also somebody who is equipped with that quality to speak. On the other hand, Ravana also was equipped. He was also a great scholar. He was also a great leader. Otherwise, he could not have been the ruler of so many demons. So, anybody who wants to be a leader, anybody who wants to have that wealth, he should be a great speaker. So, that is what it says, Jihvagre vartate Lakshmihi. Then the second line says, Jihvagre mitra bandhavaha. You see, our friends and relatives, all our human interactions, they depend on our speech. Suppose your friend comes to you, or you go to your friend's house, some sort of intemperate language, some language which you are not supposed to use, you will lose a friend. Similarly, a bandhu, relatives are generally more sensitive. But at least friends sometimes, because they don't have any great attachment. Friendship is something which is newly come. This bandhava relative is something which is by virtue of your birth, your mother, father, these are all by virtue of your, close relations. Even there, if the words are improperly used, that strained relations can be there. The same thing can be there between the countries also. Between the countries, you train some highly trained people and you select some people and then you highly train them and send to the other countries as diplomats. If you see Mahabharata, whom do they send as a messenger? Pandavas. They try to send a messenger to the Kauravas. They initially sent a very, very wise minister called Sanjaya. That is called Sanjaya Rayabaram. Sanjaya went as a messenger. He tried to persuade Dhritarashtra and the Kauravas to give that portion of the kingdom to them, but he failed. Later they sent Krishna. Krishna also went and pleaded. Still it did not materialize. So if you see what they have spoken in their, the way in which they have spoken, they are highly trained speakers. Ramayana, you find another highly trained speaker in Hanuman. Hanuman goes and lands, he is there in the court of Ravana, and then he conveys the message of Rama in such a beautiful way. So these are all trained speakers. A diplomat is supposed to be a person who is supposed to stay abroad. And then, of course, there is a pun also in that word. A diplomat is a person who is trained to lie abroad for the sake of his country. He lies abroad. Lies abroad means, one meaning is he stays there, another meaning is he tells lies. A diplomat lies abroad for the sake of his country. So a person who is highly trained in speech. So mitra bandhavaha, friends, relatives, all these people, they are dependent on the way, capacity to speak, capacity to impress, and capacity to convey what you want to convey. Then jihvagre bandhana praptihi. Bandhana praptihi. Bandhana prapti means somebody he gets arrested, suppose, by loose talk. Nowadays it happens on Facebook also. And on Facebook you find you post some objectionable statements, or in some mail you send some objectionable messages. Then that can land a person in jail. Immediately there can be a case, and then immediately the people can catch and then put a person in jail. So jihvagre bandhana praptihi, and jihvagre maranam dhruvam. Even a person can die in a very, very dangerous situation. Suppose there is a notorious dacoit, there is a notorious criminal who is there, and then when you are encountering that person, suppose you talk in a very, very intemperate way, he may just shoot you down. So when you are encountering such a madcap, you have to be gentle, you have to be cooperative. In fact, you have to be cooperative. The fellow may ask you to take out your purse, you have to take out your purse. He may say hands up, you have to hold up your hands. You can't mess up with him. So jihvagre maranam dhruvam. So a person has to be very, very intelligent in times of crisis. So that is what this particular shloka says. Jihvagre bandhana praptihi, jihvagre maranam dhruvam. So in this shloka is very, very simple. All this jihvagre jihva is the tongue. Jihvagre, agre means at the tip of the tongue. On the tip of the tongue, Lakshmihi vartate. Lakshmi stands, or rather Lakshmi dwells at the tip of the tongue. Then jihvagre, all the friends and relatives, they dwell on the tip of the tongue. And then any bondage, any problem dwells at the tip of the tongue. And death also dwells at the tip of the tongue. Jihvagre maranam dhruvam. Death also dwells at the tip of the tongue. So tip of the tongue is supposed to be so important. All things, our fortunes, misfortunes, friends, relatives, all things dwell at the tip of the tongue. So that is what is the shloka. Lakshmi, of course, there is nothing very grammatical point here. We will repeat the shloka. Jihvagre vartate Lakshmihi.
Jihvagre vartate Lakshmihi.
Jihvagre mitrabandhavaha.
Jihvagre mitrabandhavaha.
Jihvagre bandhana praptihi.
Jihvagre bandhana praptihi.
Jihvagre maranam dhruvam.
Jihvagre maranam dhruvam.
Okay, fine.